have to go investigate again tomorrow. I need to go to bed early and rest. Early morning, and I get the worst wake-up call ever. A severe pain threatens to split my head. The mysterious headache from yesterday is back with a vengeance. I went to go to Diamond's hospital to see Hito and Banshee while I was light out. Ugh. Spots flash before my eyes. I can't even sit up. I pull the sheets up and wait for it to pass. I'm only just able to move by the time the sun is setting. Thunder rumbles in the distance. Sounds like rain again. Great. I press my fingers to my temple to check. The whirlwind of pain has once again disappeared without a trace. I sigh. Mashta calls as I'm making coffee in the kitchen. He says he'll come along for tonight's investigation. He must have finally wrapped up his other cases. He mentioned that he dropped by the hospital in between cases to see Hito and Banshee. Since they went berserk when they awoke and are now restrained, they refuse to eat. Relying on IVs won't work forever. I didn't expect the report to be good, but this is a critical point in the case. Before he hangs up, Mashta utters a warning. Then this is the 11th hour. Mashta doesn't offer a reply. The red lights outside the rain-soaked window are hazy, like a wilting flower. It's time to head out. I park the car in the parking lot as always and walk over to the street in the rain. I pass down the familiar road to hotel. You're late. What were you doing? A man in a trench coat cuts an imposing figure on the wet street corner glittering in lights. You know damn well time is of the essence right now. Diamond's prepared for the worst too. He's made arrangements to transfer them. Transfer them? Oh. They must be in pretty bad condition then. And I didn't mention this over the phone, but I met someone at Diamond's hospital. I ran into Shu Nagashima. Shu? What was he doing there? Some of his gang hangs out there. Guess we're a hot topic with them. They've seen people in and out of the hotel. Nagashima heard about it and figured they were talking about you. He contacted the fortune teller and well, so now Shu knows about the case too. Why didn't she just keep quiet? That old lady hands out business cards to anyone and everyone. It's a real pain. So did you talk to Shu? Why would I? He cornered me, asking for info on the case, but I drove him off. I suddenly feel uneasy. You didn't say anything unnecessary, did you? Of course not. I just said to stay out of grown-up matters. For just a moment, my vision tunnels and the blood vessel in my head throbs. Something wrong? No, I'm fine. I'm sure he doesn't want Shu involved either, but he really should have considered his words more carefully. I heard footsteps coming up behind me. It can't be. Shu? I raised my head with a sudden sense of dread. but it's only Mo Watanabe. Thank goodness, you're here after all. Good thing you came straight here. I got the results you asked me for. I looked at her blankly for a moment. But then I remember I asked her to use her connection to investigate rumors. Right, thanks. There's no time. Give us the short version. Okay. Then I'll only cover the really important parts. I heard something amazing from someone who was there at the time. What? Like a hotel employee? No, not like that. Jeez. When I say someone who was there, I obviously mean one of the high school girls who was up to no good. You talked to one? This is legit, right? Even Mashta's interested. Only the people who use Masquerade really know what happened there. Hearing from someone involved is best. Yeah, her name is Eiko. The editorial department helped me track her down. She went to a nearby high school and did this part-time job, apparently. And what's really important is what Eiko said about our classmate, Pasco. Mo pulls the voice recorder from her bag and hits the play button. Yeah, a friend introduced me to a part-time job. It was a whimsical. I just did it on a whim. Yeah, so we're supposed to meet at that hotel Masquerade. And there's a system there where someone introduces us to customers. You get a lot of money from it, so everyone was dying to get hired. But one day, there was like an incident. Someone at school found out about the job. Some goody two-shows class rep, Asko, said she was gonna tell her teacher and Mora. Everyone freaked and apologized to her, saying they'd stop. She wouldn't listen. If her parents found out, it'd be the worst thing ever. We begged, but she didn't budge. In the end, she left class saying she was going to go to the police with Mora. We were totally freaking out, so I went to the hotel that night. I mean, at that point, there was no harm in going, you know? But then, she was there. Esko was standing in front of Masquerade in the drizzling rain, in a red raincoat. She'd say she was going to the police. Who knows why she was at the hotel? But it made us all jumpy and on edge every day after that. Except nothing ever happened. Soon after that, Masquerade shut down. I guess they uncovered something. Huh? The job? Yeah. I completely quit after that. That's Eiko's testimony. Just the important parts, though. Mo got a fascinating first-hand account. The rumors of the Red Riding Hood and what was written in the guest books we found in the hotel. All the pieces are in that girl's confession. So what ended up happening to Esko? I don't know exactly, but apparently she stopped coming to school. According to Eiko, she just suddenly stopped showing up. Masha snorts. It's too perfect. She was probably just being overly dramatic. Especially that part about the red raincoat. Most people use an umbrella when it's raining. That's true. Master's right. It's possible that the raincoat was a sign of whoever she was waiting for, but hardly anyone comes down this street. It doesn't really fit. Is that all you have to tell us? Then hurry up and go home. So I really can't come with you? I work really hard, you know. Apparently Mo really wants to come along. I do feel bad. She worked and got us that info so she could investigate with us. But... sorry, but you shouldn't be here. There have already been 2 victims. We can't get you wrapped up in this too. Okay, I understand. Mo nods. I guess she's already over it.
また後で話を聞かせてよね。気をつけて。
You better tell me all about it later. And be careful. She sounds worried about me. She disappears around the street corner. A siren echoes in the wind, an unnatural howl in the distance. I look up at Masquerade looming before us. What in the hell happened inside that hunk of concrete? There's always a tragic cause to the birth of a spirit, right, Riding Hood? Must be the same. But I can't watch my friends die. I slowly step forward, trying to escape from the unease that's threatening to engulf me. It's not right for the dead to meddle with the living. Mashta mutters beside me. Is that a personal creed? Oh, just the way I think. Mashta clicks his tongue. Aiko's testimony. Mo shows up and gives us testimony of Aiko, a student who used to work at Masquerade. One day, her classmate Esko learned about the job and threw everyone into a panic by saying she'd tell a teacher. The students were afraid of the police getting involved. Aiko wasn't sure what to do, but when she went to the hotel that night, she witnessed Esko standing in front of the hotel in a red raincoat. She told Aiko she was going to the police, so why was she there? After that night, Esko stopped coming to school, and for some reason the police never got involved. After everything, nothing happened. Why in the world didn't Esko go to the police? Hey. As I step into the lobby, Mashta stops in front of me. What's wrong? What a fantastic job you've done here. Huh? What are you talking about? Look. What? The lobby looks completely different. The room is covered in white. No, it wasn't like this yesterday. Thought so. These are webs? Bashta touches one of the floating threads. Looks like she's up to ain't. Bring it. Time to make our appointment with our lady friend. Just then, the groan of the elevator moving echoes. Did the elevator just come back to the first floor? That'd mean someone's already here? Did you see which floor it came from? I wasn't looking. Though I feel like it took a while between when I heard the noise and its arrival. I'm betting it's one of the upper floors. Maybe the 4th or 5th. Yesterday we got the elevator working and managed to get to the 4th floor. But because of what happened to Banshee, we weren't able to investigate any higher. Okay, let's start on the 4th floor. I hear a faint laugh. I don't hear anything more coming from it. It's a horribly stained sink. I really don't want to do this, but I still need to check it out. I shut my eyes and stick my fingers down the drain. I touch something hard. Something cylindrical is stuck down there. Sadly, my fingers don't seem to be able to reach it. Something's in there is often a prime location to hide incriminating objects. It's likely an important piece of evidence. We should get it. It's a chest with a vase on top. I pull open the drawer and find a notebook. Got Mass Guestbook 401. What's that? A guestbook provided by the hotel. Guests write about their experiences in it. I glance through the pages. This guestbook's entries are clearly different from all the other ones. It covers a number of horrifying topics such as devil worship and different kind of torture. Every page is crammed with stuff like that. It's impossible to tell which ones are delusions and which ones actually took place. The only thing I can say for sure is that it's surging with a twisted, single-minded appetite. I silently hand over the guestbook. Mashta skims through it and then smirks. Huh, that's quite the hobby. The handwriting differs by page. This was written by several guests. I find that hard to believe. I sincerely doubt there are so many people in the world who have such a unique hobby. They're like moths drawn to the flame. You wouldn't even know to look at them. The pieces are finally coming together. Seems this hotel offered a special service for its perverted guests. You mean the kind of stuff written in that guest book? Yeah, the kids working that part-time job were probably part of it too. Guaranteed there's safety and complete confidentiality, of course. After all, the one who sold his soul was probably most nervous about that. Still, these people have quite the imagination. Mashta mutters sarcastically as he casually leafs through the pages. Then he stops. Hey, this phrase. Do you know what it means? The phrase Mashta's pointing to is Yorogumu's punishment. Yorogumu, huh? It's a spider monster from Japanese folklore that can shapeshift into a beautiful woman. Huh, so you know about it. Thanks so much for the info dump. I ignore the hint of sarcasm in his voice and read the rest of the page. Yorogumu's punishment is a recreation of a certain urban legend. You capture the largest spider you can find, a wild one would be best. Sharpen the sacrifice's senses with drugs, and use a mouth speculum to keep their mouth open. Then throw the spider into their mouth. If they manage to swallow it, they're innocent. If they don't, or the spider escapes, they're guilty. It's a witch trial meant to judge truth from lie. If I get a sacrifice that needs punishing, I'd like to try it out immediately. It can't be that what's written here was actually... Did someone actually do this? Who knows? Hey, calm down. Take a deep breath. Yeah, it's okay. I'm calm. I doubt Mashta believes me. It's obvious that I'm totally rattled. Don't forget, Ichigo. We can't die here. Of course, I know that. I try to keep my reply as steady as possible, but my hands keep shaking as I put the guestbook in my bag. There's a Venetian mask on the wall. I pick up the mask and find a talisman on the wall underneath. Found a one-eye talisman. Blah 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 blah. Same old story. Okay, got soul power. Crumbles solidly in my hand. It's a trash can with a lid. I turn it upside down and shake it. A wad of paper falls out. One-eye talisman. Soul power. Masquerade wife. It's a picture of a masked wife holding hands with a child. Hey, shine the light inside. The body is finally turned up. Let's check it out. Right. There's a skeleton left hanging in the restraints. When I touch it, something flakes off. It looks like traces of dried skin. The corpse is almost a complete skeleton. Small stature, but based on the thickness of the bones, it's likely an adult male. Considering how dried out it is, I'd say it's been here for at least a year. The problem is the cause of death. Asta meticulously searches the corpse, then finally shakes his head. I just can't tell. Was he strangled by spider webs? Quit joking around. A joke, huh? It'd be great if that's all it was. Still, the skeleton. He must have been in pain when he died. His face is all twisted. If he was an adult male, then he was likely a guest here. No matter how hard I try to sympathize, I just can't. Hey, look at this. Must have suddenly tossed something at me. I found it earlier. It belonged to this guy. It still has some fuel left. Keep it in your bag or something. Got cheap lighter. There's a decorative coffin. I open the little coffin. I find a book among the junk inside. Got Monster Encyclopedia. It's a book about different monsters from around Japan and their associated legends. Asta flips through the book. Huh, so the spider monster originally killed people by drowning them in water. Yeah, that sounds right. I remember reading a legend like this in one of the books piled on my desk at Kujo Mansion. It usually targets woodcutters or hunters, but they're always saved at the last minute. Every region has a story like that. Saved? How? They use a tree stump. The spider takes it instead. Then the protagonist escapes. I don't get it at all. There's no point in complaining about folklore. In any case, this will make for a good reference. Take it with you. Open the door to the bathroom. There's a storage cabinet beneath the sink. I open the door and rummage around inside. Got bent hanger. I open the lid of the trash can and look inside. There's a large clump of hair inside, as well as some paper waste. Resisting the urge to scream, I securely close the lid and chunk the trash back where it was. Open the door to the bathroom. It's a horribly stained sink. Something cylindrical is stuck in the drain. Sadly, my fingers don't seem to be able to reach it. You know what? An idea hits me, and I take out the bent hanger. I should be able to bend this into any shape I want. I bend it into one straight wire so I can fit down the drain. I stick it in the pipe and move it up and down. I hear the sound of dirty water being dislodged and hit something hard. Got key to room 502. On the key is the tag that says deluxe suite. That'll come in handy. Good thing he wasn't washed down the drain. Yeah. There are sticky white threads wrapped up around this key too. Seems like they stop it from falling all the way down the pipe. Use the key to room 502 to open the door. There's a decorative coffin. I open the lid of the coffin. I find a book among the junk inside. Got Demon Encyclopedia. The book has pictures of various demons and demonic crests and lists of their characteristics. I guess the guests here were interested in stuff like that. There's a broken wooden horse. I go to lift up the wooden horse. When I do, I notice something catch the light. I pick it up and discover it's a metal tool. It's a mouth speculum. It's usually used for medical purposes, but some maniacs use them for other things. Huh. Just as I am replying to Mashta, a white light flashes before my eyes, and I black out. I hear someone sobbing. My eyes should be open, but everything is pitch black. I shake my head desperately and try to look around. A horrible image flows into my mind. What is this? A young girl is blindfolded and restrained. Her mouth is being forced open with a tool. Her breathing is ragged. She must have been given a drug of some kind. Let us commence the judgment. A man speaks theatrically behind me. The court has decided to give the accused a fair trial and will judge her crimes. The trial will now begin. I shall put the spider in the accused's mouth, and if it crawls out, she's guilty. If she can swallow it, she's innocent. Upon hearing that, the girl starts jerking around frantically, her movements haphazard. Help me, sir. Help me. She desperately cries for help. Her words are garbled from the fear of the drug. I hear men jeering. The man releases the giant spider. Into the girl's mouth. Get a hold of yourself. Ichigo, can you hear me? The spider. I get it. Idiot, calm down. Ah. With a slap on the jaw, I finally returned to my senses. That's right. I'm in a room in masquerade. Then the vision I just saw. What did I just see? I went somewhere. You haven't gone anywhere. You just fell to the floor and started writing. I feel like I've woken up from a long dream. I can't believe that was a hallucination. You finally calmed down? Yeah. I'm fine now. I wiped sweat off my forehead and swallowed. The girl was restrained. Was that Esco? If so, then was she unable to go to the police because she was caught by people here?